Hello everyone, this is Andrew from Andrew Peche Photography, and today we're going to cover the best file transfer service for photographers. Alright, so I'll just start right off by saying the best one is Smash by far. I find it to be, the best in so many ways, and we're going to talk about why, and then we're going to go through a little example of how to, get to Smash and how to use it, okay? So just going to talk a little bit about why I think Smash is the easiest and best file transfer service to use. For one, it's free, right? It doesn't cost anything, and that's pretty amazing once you consider all the, benefits it gives us. There's no size limit, which is kind of insane, I feel. I mean, you could literally do like 100 GB file. You could transfer it to somebody. I mean, it would take a long time, but there's no size limit. That's amazing. All right. It's self-cleaning, and what I mean when I say that is, unlike Dropbox or something like that, you upload these files and you're going to send them to your client, and a lot of this stuff will make sense later when you see the way it works, but the files just disappear themselves after a week. So they'll be up there 1 week, you send them to your client, and they just disappear after that. All right, so you don't have to deal with like cleaning out a Dropbox folder, which I've had to do in the past, and I just really don't like it. Like, should I delete this one? Has it been long enough? This is just more kind of objective, and it just deletes them after a week, which I like. Okay, and in that same vein, it kind of gives the client a hint, because when they get the link to download your images, there's a ticking countdown timer at the bottom. So, that kind of gives them a hint. I better get these downloaded. I really like to subtly give that hint. It's a really nice way to do it, I feel. Instead of telling them, please download or something. I really like that countdown timer aspect that Smash gives, all right? And it also has a very professional look, in my opinion. This is Smash down here, but your clients don't necessarily see this part of it, so we're going to go through an example and you'll get to see what I'm talking about, okay? But I just wanted to talk about its strong points here at the start, and I just wanted to give you a backup option, and this would be my second choice. It's called WeTransfer, and it's WeTransfer.com. It pretty much has all the benefits of Smash except one, and that would be that there's a 2 GB transfer limit on it. And I don't think it quite looks as good as Smash. Smash is has a better, more professional look. All right, so we're gonna jump right in and do an example, go through how you just use it, just in case some of you might need that information, and I will see you there. All right. Alright, so here we are at a web browser, and I'm just going to type in www.fromsmash.com, alright? And you just hit return, and it's going to take you to this. It's a very simple, right? Very simple. So you're just going to click right here. I've bookmarked this, so it's right on my, right up here. I can just get to it anytime when I'm finished with a client. When I'm finished with some photos, I want to get them off. Just click up there. That's what I'd suggest doing. But anyway, once you get here, you just click this, and it's going to take you to, it's going to be asking you, where are the files that you want me to send? Okay, well, I could use anything, but I'll just get in here to one of my recent jobs. Try this one and the finals, and I'll go ahead and just do the print versions for you, okay? And so you just get in the files, just get in the folder, that you want to send off, and then you're gonna just select one of them, and then just select all, okay? All right, and then you just press open, and so it'll start getting those, and then you gotta name it. So we'll just call this, you can call it something like print versions, okay? And we're going to go ahead and obtain. The first time you do this, you'll probably have to put your email in here, but ever since I've done that the first time, it just remembers my email. A little scary. I don't know how it does that, but it just remembers it. So just remember, the first time you do it, you'll have to put that in there, which is nice because it's going to send you a link, and it's nice to have that as like a reference, okay? And you just press obtain, all right? And this is pretty much it. You just have to wait at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it again and get another one going, because this is what you'd normally have to do for real estate clients, because we usually give two different versions, right? So I'm going to jump into my MLS sized folder this time, and I'm going to do the same thing, select all. So these are the same thing, but these are the MLS versions going up. Open. And again, I'm going to name this MLS so that they'll know for sure those are the MLS. You could put the name of the address in there and stuff if you want to, all right? And then obtain. All right, and they're both going. You can see them both running up here. The other one is 30%, and this one's 5%. So I'll go ahead and come back when those are finished, all right? All right, we're back, and as you can see, our MLS version is finished, and here is what it looks like when it's done. And you can go ahead and just go to this little button right here and say copy link, and it tells you the link is copied to the clipboard, and you can head over to your email. And I've already kind of pre-done this little template here for you, just as an example. And if you use Gmail, I think a slick way to do it would be to go ahead and go down here and insert the link, and you can paste that link right in. And you might want to call it the MLS versions, okay, or whatever you want. Or you can put the address, and you can test it too, which is nice. You don't want to be sending off bad links. So I think Gmail is the way to go. So this is what it's going to look like to your client. And I think this looks very slick, by the way, too. So keep that in mind. So as you can see, here's the little countdown timer I was talking about. It's at 6 days. So that'll be in 24 hours. So that's 7 days. So, and if we view the files, we'll go ahead and view the files, but they can download them all from right here. Okay. So we'll go ahead and view them, and this is what your client will be seeing. I think it looks very good, personally. And I've checked these on mobile devices too, and I think they look very good on mobile devices. So it's pretty slick. It's just it's up there with like a professional service, I think. Okay, it looks very good, and they could download them individually if they wanted. All right, so that's the way it looks. And we're going to get in there and do the other one. All right, so that link looks okay. So you tested it out. You're just going to say, okay, you've named it. And we're going to get in here and do the other one. You got to send 2 usually to our type of client. So make sure you keep them straight, these 2. But copy the link for this one. So we got that copied. And we're going to head over here and insert that, paste that link in. So Command V, right? Or Control, whatever it is. I'm sorry, I'm not better with I need to label my keyboard. I have a PC keyboard, but I have a Mac, so it's just like constantly getting me on what I know how to do it, but I don't know what to call it sometimes. And you just might want to test this one out too. Once again, you don't want your clients opening up a bad link, all right, and it's working, and you can just make sure they're the right files. So you just close that. And just call this, the print versions, all right? And you can say okay to that. And those are both showing up fine, and we've tested them out and everything. So I've just made this to myself. So you can go ahead and just send that off, all right? And it's going to come into my own email here. So we'll just do a little, what the client is seeing, okay? So the client is seeing this. This email here. So we're just going to go through a quick little, you should do this yourself, okay? That's why I'm doing this. So we're just going to go through what they're going to see and what they're going to have to do, okay? So they're going to get here and they're going to click on this, and it's going to be kind of like what we just saw, right? But let's say we wanted to view the files. We're the client. Okay, cool. We're viewing them. Everything looks great. Oh, I love this one. I love that one. All right. And finally, I'm showing you this step because you might have to coach them, at some point on how to download. So the red download all button, right? Make sure you could say that. If they had trouble, go to the red download all button, and see on a Mac, it's just doing great, but they might have trouble with this. All right. So the only reason I'm showing you this step is you might want to do this yourself, go through it, see what it's all about, just so you can, have like a way to explain to them if they're having trouble. Okay, so it downloaded this little zip file to my desktop, and all I would have to do is just double click it, And personally on a Mac, the files are all in there, okay? Now, that's not always going to be the case on every, so the files are all in there. That's not always going to be that easy like on a PC, but I can't, this is just a little 5-minute video. I can't go into every scenario. So if your client is having trouble, I haven't had this problem too much, but the one time I did have this problem, I actually went to my client's office and helped him out, and he finally got it. So all I can say is, if you have this problem every once in a while, it's a good chance to maybe get some FaceTime, stop by their office. If that was happening for me like once a week, I'd never do that. That's too much. But I mean, once again, like if it happens every once in a while, maybe it's a good idea to get some FaceTime. Okay, that's the only suggestion I have. All right. But they should be able to unzip something. If they can't, that's tough. But just try and give them instructions on that. Okay. But that is it. All right. So we got through that, and I'll just show you one last thing where it sends you these. It sends you these little test. So you'll have these, these emails. So it's pretty much just telling me, we generated your link. So you'll have a record of that link, and then you'll have, you could say, take a look, which is the same where we just were. Okay. So you have those emails in that email that you put in there. So make sure you put one that you use. Okay. So that about does it. I just wanted to mention really quick, feel free to ask, a question anytime, and I'll try and get to it. And, that's great. I love getting questions. I think the best way to reach me would be at pecephotography@gmail.com. Okay. So feel free to get in touch, all right, with a question about I might answer it on YouTube. Okay. And lastly, I do have a One Light real estate photography course. If you're interested, that can be found on my website at pecephoto.com, and you just run over here to the One Light tutorial tab, and you could get more information about that. Okay. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're interested in these type of topics. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.